Hello, everyone. It's me, Dre. I was just reading on CNN.com, and this is a story that I've actually been keeping an eye on for the past couple of days. But this is something that happened in Billings, Montana. Actually, it was an older case from back from 2008, where a school teacher, I believe the teacher's name was Stacey Rambold. Yes, Stacey Rambold. He had sex with an underage or a minor. Let's just say that. As a young lady named Cherise Moralez. At the time, the young lady was 14 years old, and it was said that it was consensual, but I would imagine in most states, there's a statutory law for having sex with an underage child. So it is a crime, and the teacher, he was released from school. He had confessed that he's had, multiple sexual encounters with the young lady, and after the incident or incidents came to light, he was fired from his job. And in 2010, Cherise, she committed suicide because of the ridicule that she received, more than likely, and a lot of the depression that she was under. Now, the reason for this video and the story behind it is that it just recently went to trial, and he was initially sentenced to 15 years, but considering that he follows certain terms and conditions, primarily staying away from children, he broke that, and those terms no longer were in effect. So now, as he went to court, the judge deemed that Cherise was older than her chronological age, which I'm still trying to figure what the fuck that means. 14 is 14. And she seemed to be in control of her actions, but he didn't take into consideration that this could have been anyone's 14-year-old child. If he had a 14-year-old child, it could have happened to her. So would his feelings have been the same? Now, this wasn't the type of rape that was forceful that you might see like on a movie or something like that, where someone breaks into your house and forces himself upon you. I'm guessing he told this young lady basically all the things that she wanted to hear, convinced her that it was okay to have an intimate relationship with him. But wrong is still wrong. And as a father of two daughters, I can certainly attest to that. Now, one of my daughters, she's 18 years old. My youngest is 9. But for something like that, especially from a grown-ass man, which I still to this day, I cannot fathom that, wanting to have sex with someone that could practically be your young daughter. It blows me away. But the kicker of this whole story is that for everything that has happened to this young woman's family, sitting in court and hearing the judge make those kind of comments, which was also deemed as demeaning to all women, but to slap the family in the face for their loss, Mr. Rambold only was given 31 days of prison time. Now, once he gets out, he does have to register as a sex offender, and he'll be under supervision from the state for 15 years. But it's a slap on the wrist, if you even want to call it that. And something like this could happen to where someone that's practically my age, or at the time, this is back in 2008, once again, he was 49 years old, convincing a 14-year-old girl to have sex, and the judge saying that it was consensual. I went online and I saw some of the pictures of the young lady just to get a general idea. She does look older, but at the same time, 14 is 14. She may have looked 16 or 17, but her actual age, that's what mattered the most. And now this family has to not only suffer from the loss that they've experienced, but also the injustice due to the fact that it seemed like the judge was more against their daughter and taking the side of the man who had sex with her. So this is an unusual case. There's no video that I've seen. I need to go to CNN.com, Google News. That's where I've gotten a lot of my material in order to have this discussion. But I'm going to go ahead and leave a link for CNN.com so that you guys can read that. and of course definitely weigh in. I would imagine under any given circumstance in any other state, the book would have been thrown at this gentleman. It would have been a lot more extreme, or maybe even if it's in a different jurisdiction, the penalty would have been more severe. So the family is petitioning this ruling by the judge, and I really do hope that they get justice. I feel bad for their loss because as a father, once again, I would hate for something like this to happen to my family or anyone's family for that matter. It doesn't matter if I like you or dislike you. Something like this, should never happen. As an adult, we know the difference from right and wrong, and to want to just go out and prey on a young lady. She's a very beautiful young lady, but she was still underage. So it's a shame, and I certainly hope that justice prevails. I'm not sure if it will, but the family of Cherise Moralez, they certainly deserve it. But if you like this video, I hope that you like, subscribe, and share. Peace.